I pray to the divinity in you. I am going to sum up the whole seminar in a practical manner. Before I do that, please come out with creative questions.
Is there any effect at all from our dreams? Like a karmic effect or anything we have no control of it just now? Is there an effect from our dreams?
For what?
Is there an effect from our dreams? You know, we dream.
That can be done. If you learn to meditate before you go to sleep, allow all the imageries, image within is called imagination. When you are imagining something, it means you are pouring in all the images in the unconscious mind, which has two categories. You see, all the merits and demerits of your life are stored in the unconscious as image. So when you sit down for meditation, allow them to come forward, they will come. And then you will not have dreams. Yes, Ron?
3 questions on the journey of the breath. Starting here and then exhaling up this way to the Muladhara chakra with the Now, is the broken up in terms of the journey?
Only one Om while inhalation, another Om while exhalation.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant in the AUM phase of the
No. As a sound, it's only one sound.
Second, in coming back with inhalation up this way, where is the end point? Is it here?
It's here. Because finally that's our goal.
To the crown of the head.
Yes.
Now, when you finish the cycle of 5...
You can come here also.
Well, either or. I say either or.
Yes. Those who are advanced, they only come up to this. Those who are beginners, they come over here.
Now, once you finish the cycle of 5, where do you take the breath? Where do you focus the breath?
Cycle of 5 is done for the beginners. Then they have to continue to do it up to 100. And you don't have to count, you should count mentally. And it can be done. And this will sharpen your memory. I don't know why you people forget. When you do japa, you keep something. Somebody keeps rock, somebody keeps this. Why? Why can't you remember?
How does that fit in with the 5 minutes? Yesterday you mentioned...
5 minutes for the beginner.
How long does it take for 100?
It doesn't take much. It takes 25 to 30 minutes.
One last question. How does one properly enter sleep? In other words, physically, in positioning the body on the bed. Is there any side that's preferable?
Yes. First, in the beginning, you should lie down left side. And so that right breath, which is Pingala, is active. So that it gives extra warmth to your body, because when body is without movement, the blood circulation is less. So it helps in that. After that, you should rest right side so that it gives rest to your heart. Whenever you are tired, lie down right side. Then lie down on your back, you see. And then the way you want, the way body leads you. If you are too much tired, the body likes you to be on the right side. If you are not tired, too much tired, the body wants to be, you want to curl, You can do it. Yes.
Swamiji, you told us that the states of mind are not the same as the states of consciousness.
Yes.
So I'm confused about the nature of samadhi, because we've learned that samadhi is a state of mind, and yet you told us that it was a state of consciousness between deep sleep and turiya.
You are right. There is little bit confusion, apparent confusion, which will be cleared. Turiya is far beyond mind. The word beyond means not within the reach of mind. That which is far beyond mind, it's within you. So turiya cannot be a state of mind because it is beyond mind. Now, sleep is also not a state of mind. You see, because one who dwells in that area which is called sleep is called Ishvara, what you call God. Purusha. That's individual self, individual Atman, individual soul. It's a dwelling place of an individual soul. You see. Sitting there, resting there, he experiences all the states. The states of mind are entirely different than the states of consciousness. They are two different things. The states of mind are related to thinking process and emotions. That's all. The state of consciousness are fields of the activities of the external world, which is called waking state, then the dreaming state, then the sleeping state, then turiya. They are two different.
What about samadhi then? Which is samadhi?
In samadhi, you are very close to turiya.
State of consciousness or
Yes,
state
state
of mind?
of consciousness. You are in perfect state of consciousness where mind is completely dissolved in the self. Of course, in the beginning you have to use your mind to make it one-pointed so that it does not dissipate and distract you from your work that you are doing. But later on the involvement of mind is not there. Yes.
Would you say, Swamiji, then samadhi is like two gates. One comes and one's still very much enclosed with the state of mind and goes on to the state of consciousness.
Yes. It's beyond the state of mind. As long as you are within the field and the state of mind, you are not in samadhi. When you are in samadhi, you have gone beyond the area of your mind. Yes, Mike.
The new practice you're giving us, when should we do that and when should we do yoga nidra? Is there a particular time?
First you can do this and then it will become easy for you to do yoga nidra. Yes.
During this practice, my heart starts beating really hard, so it's almost impossible to have a smooth breath.
It means you are not breathing well. Rapid breathing can cause rapid heart beat. Pounding. It's okay, don't listen to it, because your mind gets concentrated and you are not, you see, you are not hearing external sound. So during that time you will hear pounding of the heart, pulsation, and then finally brain music. You see, that music is different. Every brain wave pattern has a tone, and you come in touch with that. When you are completely relaxed, you hear alpha tone, which is very soothing. So every brainwave pattern has a particular tone, and the more your mind gets concentrated, you might hear that. So you have to ignore it. You have not to pay attention towards it. External world is too small, for it is a production of internal world. The tree is too small in front of a seed for it has come out of seed. Seed is mother of the tree. Anything that happens in the external world first happens in the internal world. The internal world is vast, unlimited. You have to learn to deal with it, not by comparing external world with it. World of thoughts, world of desires, world of emotions, world of inclinations, world of wishes. There are many levels, you see. You will have to understand that. Yes.
Swamiji, how can you differentiate that alpha tone between your mantra?
Your mantra is a different thing. Alpha tone has a different sound. Your mantra has a form. For all the sounds have a form. As the word Om sound creates a form, and it is like this. You see? It has not been created by the artist the way he wanted. No. Om, this sound has created this image, and this becomes symbol. So this is a symbol of the sound called Om. And that sound is represents three states. And fourth state is called amatra, that is hidden. It depends what you want to see.
In your writings, once you mentioned that at a certain point, the syllables of the mantra, which are given to us in word form, at a certain point they become a tone. They no longer in the mind are actually a syllable.
I have not written like that, but I will tell you what I have written. No, I will tell you what I have written. Yeah. When you remember your mantra, you are creating an image in your mind. And you are storing long images, a huge pile of images in your mind. But there are many grooves in your mind. You remembered many things in your life which have created many grooves in your mind. And your mind is in habit of flowing to the grooves that you have created. Now you find yourself helpless. You want your mind to flow in new grooves that you want to create. You see. And that's why you are doing it. Many a times students sing, nothing happens when you are remembering your mantra. Nothing happens if you pray. Your prayer is a compact mantra. Mantra is your compact prayer. Instead of saying, "Oh Lord, give me this," and "Oh Lord, give me this," one, you see, ordinarily and commonly, one word in the mantra completes all this. Namah. Mostly in all the mantras it is used. Namam. Nothing belongs to me, everything belongs to thee. This is the meaning. You see. With this feeling, you then don't use the word Namaha. That feeling becomes part of your life, and your behavior changes according to that feeling and according to that thought. So mantra is not only a mere word that creates a form, but it's a great thought which has deep impact in your life. It is a great feeling which has deep impression in your life. Now, you see, I have been remembering mantra, nothing is happening to me. I don't see anything. This is a complaint. This complaint is done by those who do not understand the law of science. Is there any possibility that you do some action and you do not reap the fruits of your action? Is it possible? No, it's not. When you are performing some action, you are bound to reap the fruits of your action. When you are remembering mantra, nothing is happening to you. What do you mean by that? It means your mantra is being stored in the unconscious mind, and when the need comes, it helps. When is the need of that mantra actually? Remember one thing. Among all the diseases of the world, most serious disease for which we have tried our best to eliminate the disease is still there, and that is increasing. And we all human beings face that, and that's called loneliness. We all are lonely. So when we get lonely, we try to enter into partnership. Loneliness doesn't go away, then we try to have children. Loneliness doesn't go away, then we try to have pets. It does not give you freedom from loneliness. Loneliness still remains there. There is only one thing that will give you freedom from loneliness. Your own constant friend within, called your own mantra. Question is, have you established friendship with your mantra? I have. Do you have any other friend in the world who is more prominent than the friend within you? Yes. It won't work. It has second position. When best of your friend is within you and your mantra, then it functions, it helps everywhere. When you are disappointed from the external relationship, from the external world, from your ideas, thoughts, desires, then mantra gives you solace within, because he is your friend all the time. He becomes your guide. So you should remember your mantra to that extent when mantra starts becoming your guide. Mantra guides, mantra talks. When I cannot talk to my students, I cannot many times, because they will not understand me. They don't. They always think their teacher is expert. He is perfect. God has given me nose, but you don't want me to smell because I am your teacher. You see, and if I do like this, you smell, oh, he's a bad teacher. So there is a gap between your thinking and my thinking. You do things with some ideas, I do things with different ideas. But you think that I am doing same thing that you are doing with the same idea, that's not possible. I am building a house for my community, and you are building a house for yourself. There is a vast difference, you see. You know, when you talk of behavioral science, there is always difference. It's not complete, though it's accepted as part of science. You can be known through your behavior. That's not true. I can prove it right now. A fool laughs 3 times on a joke. First he laughs because all are laughing. Second time he laughs by understanding, I have not understood the joke, yet I laughed. What a fool am I? Third time he laughs, my Lord, it's too late for me to laugh. I have understood joke very late. Laughter is one and the same. How can you understand anything about laughter? All 3 laughters, 3 times, have different origin. So once you establish the friendship with your mantra, you will be not affected by the external world You see. External world affects you when you forget yourself. You are constantly identifying yourself with the objects of the world, whose nature is changing, decaying, and decomposition. Now you see, you are friend to somebody who is very weak. Body. Your greatest friend is your body. And body is very weak and meek. And finally, body shows its symptoms of decay and you feel sad because your friend is decaying. But the moment you come to know, oh no, mantra is your real friend. Mantra means that which leads you, which gives you freedom from the agonies and pains of your mind. Because it's mind that stands between you and the reality. It's mind that creates a wall for you. Once you understand that barrier, then you try to go beyond that barrier and only mantra can help you. It's the easiest way to help you. One of the greats says, Guru Nanak said one thing. All Bibles of the world say one and the same thing. Nanak dukhiya sab sansara. Whole world is plunged into sorrow, drowned in the sea of sorrow. Who is happy? Sukhiya soijo nam adhara. Happy is he who is totally dependent, relies on the name of the Lord. Not on the Lord, he never said Lord, because no one knows what Lord is. So your mantra is the name of your Lord. Sooner or later, your mantra is leading you to the Lord. You are happy because you are remembering your mantra. This is a bridge. Your mantra is a bridge. Your mantra is a support. Your mantra is that something which is helping you to come out of this mire of delusion created by the whirlpool of your own thoughts and desires and wants. It is not necessary that it should be Sanskrit mantra, no. It is not necessary that it should be Hindu mantra, Christian mantra, just mantra, no. Any prayer that you pick up, compact prayer, short prayer, and you are aware of that, sooner or later, tasya vachaka pranava, Yoga Sutra says. Representative of that Lord who is not known, who is not seen, who is beyond, is Om. Means your mantra. And if you are honestly relying on your mantra, it will sooner or later lead you to the highest. First you have to remember mantra without opening your mouth. I'll tell you something. This sound. This sound, what is the meaning of this sound? Can we find out the meaning of this sound? Yes. If we apply scientific method of arresting the sound pattern, it has definitely created a sound. It has created a different, you see, sort of image. This whole world is a big image with full of images. That mantra is constantly creating impressions in your heart and mind. When does it help? When no one can help you. I am talking of compact prayer, which could be one syllable, a word, set of words, a huge, long line. It depends. A time comes in your life that is called time of transition. Your beloved wife, who wants to communicate with you, cannot, because you find all things hazy. You don't find movement of your tongue. You want to speak something to her, you cannot. You want to express something to your dear child, you cannot. Dear friends, say goodbye to the country, nation and humanity, you cannot. We are in a period of transition. For yogis, for ordinary people, it's a day of sadness. But for yogis, that separation is day of wedding. They celebrate that day because the wedding is being performed by the nature. In the courtyard of the unknown, the wedding is performed, and that wedding, that meeting is celebrated because whole life you have done that, worked hard for it. So when there is no one to help you, when conscious mind fails, it doesn't function because you are not in waking state. You start dreaming something but you cannot explain anything. You start going through imageries but you cannot help. When you start going towards darkness in deep sleep, who helps you? But you don't have body, you don't have senses. Who is going to help you? That your unconscious mind, where you have stored your mantra whole life. Okay, don't worry. If this finger is not working, here is a hand that will help. That reservoir becomes active and comes forward. Their mantra becomes leader. That's why it is called mantra setu, pranava setu, bridge, from this shore to that shore. Therefore, wherever you go, whatever you do, constantly remember your mantra. Do not give your worldly duties to your mantra. Many times you test your mantra. If I get $20 today because yesterday I got $10, then my mantra is very good. My friend has fever, let me remember my mantra whether it heals or not. This is not good. You are misusing. Let your mantra become a guide. Let your mantra become observer. Do not involve your mantra in such petty things. Oh, I am remembering God and still I am unhappy. This is not God's creation. God has created the universe in which the air, light, water, all is free. Free, everything is free, equally free. You think for Ford and Rockefeller, the breath is different than for you and me? It's free from nature. But when we build a home, we build a world of ours, there comes discrimination. This is my home, this is your home. This is good home, that is bad home. This is comfortable, that is not comfortable. The biggest day of your life will be when you will convince yourself with the teachings that you have received by contemplating on the teachings, by studying the books of the great sages, sayings of the great sages. the great enlightened one who have been in our past, in all cultures. That Lord, if Lord is everywhere, He is in me. First step, the greatest day of your life dawns when you start trusting that Lord is with me. Because that is the only one logic. Logic says if Lord, the power of powers, ultimate truth is everywhere, then where are you? I may be in Lord. Apparently because I am separate, a small being. I can proceed through my senses. Then I am in Lord because Lord is everywhere. And where is Lord? Lord is in me also. That situation is also not bad. First step, the Lord is in me and I am in the Lord. Later on you realize how it is possible. How can I separate myself from the Lord? Not possible. Only one thing should exist. Either Lord exists or I exist. You have to decide. But this does not depend on your decision. The truth of truth, that ultimate truth exists and is everywhere. There is something wrong with your vision, there is something wrong with your eyes, there is something wrong with your concept. Somewhere you are not understanding, you are separating yourself from the Lord. What is that? That is called ignorance. What is that ignorance? If you think of only one dimension of life, external world, waking state, ignorance. You experiencer, go to another dimension. Dreaming state, go to another sleeping state. No, you have to attain the fourth state, Turiya. That you can attain in this lifetime, today. But you are not prepared. You have spread yourself to do something different in the external world, and here suddenly you want to attain Turiya. No, prepare yourself for attaining. That is your birthright. It is a state of consciousness. You can do it. One of the simplest method is to remember Lord's name. Not the Lord, Lord's name. How could you give name to someone which is nameless? A child who does not know how to speak mama, what does she say? Momo. For her, that word is true for mother. We do not know anything about the Almighty Lord. Any word we use for Him is a word, His name. But let us feel His presence by remembering that name within us. When we constantly remember Lord's name somewhere, what is that place called? Chapel, shrine. So what a human being is a shrine? Because Lord lives in you. Then you say, human being, if it is a shrine, how human being can die? Human being doesn't die, essentially. If my garment is worn and torn, I am not dead. If book cover is torn, the book is not dead. If pillow cover is torn, pillow is not dead. Only a part changes, essential part, Turiya, never changes. Yes. So the moment you come to know, and this is not God's creation that you remember. God never says you remember my name. This is human necessity. This is a support. This is a way. And that way will finally lead you to that royal house, which is called House of the Lord within you. You cannot be lost. You are lost in the external journey, where you have to move. This is a journey without movement, where you are not lost. You don't move, yet you are going ahead. Only one journey. Now, you remember your mantra outside. it doesn't work well. Mantra is like atomic power. The more you explore the Shakti in atom, the energy in atom, you will find Shakti is more subtler than the atom that you see. You will find more powerful things coming out of what you call nothing. Nothing means your mind cannot go there. Your mind cannot reach there. That's why you call nothing. You will see the Bible say this whole universe has come out of nothing. How it is possible? Then entire scientific laws, all logic will be finished if you say this world has come out of nothing. When you see every effect has cause in it and every cause has affected it. This world has come out of perfection. This world, by seeing with true eye, is perfect. How can you, if you deduct perfect from perfect, yet it remains perfect. If you add perfect from perfect, it remains perfect. If you multiply perfect with perfect, it always remains perfect. Therefore it is perfect. For whom? One who is constantly aware of this truth. Therefore, remember your mantra subtly. Any language. You should be comfortable in the language which you like, which way you are comfortable. You should know the mantra, meaning. Now, question comes. Your mantra could be a sound and there is no meaning of the sound. A sound is known by its vibrations. A harsh sound will give you bad vibrations and you cannot hear it. You know, sometimes children scratch something and parents run away from home. Say stop, but nothing is happening to children because they are not sensitive. Some of the sounds are very soothing when somebody is singing something, playing piano, you like to hear it. Some of the words of music you can never forget. Whole day that rings in your mind. Best way to remember mantra is closing your lips, sealing your teeth. What should be the position of your tongue? Tongue still is always in habit of, when your thought, to translate your thought, tongue comes first. Tongue gives a form. So let you not touch tongue on the palate, but let you touch tongue at the root. You will find your japa has improved. It becomes easy. Try one day. But as long as you are doing, you are simply counting. So Kabira, one of the great sages and poets says, Mala ferat jug gaya, gaya na man ka fer. Kar ka man ka chhand ke, man ka fer. Whole life you have spent in repeating the mala, counting. Because you are worldly, you want to count things. You are counting even God's name. Huh? Stop it, he says. This is a beginner's step. Your whole life, if you are standing where you are standing, it's not improvement. Let your mind become inward. Instead of rushing to the external world with the help of senses, your mind should get in within. So what you do? You subtly remember your mantra. Now there is a competition here. Whole life is full of competition, is it not? There is a competition here. A part of mind says, I will remember mantra so subtly that other pipe part of mind does not listen. The other part of mind says, I am so alert, so one-pointed, no matter how minutely, how subtly you remember, I will listen. You will have to create that in your mind. With the help of one part, your mind becomes very subtle, remembers. If another part is not alert, you will forget. Another part will produce something use. Dollar, heap of dollars, bank balance, a girlfriend, a boyfriend. Simultaneously, both parts of mind are functioning together to help each other. Now, when you are remembering subtly that mantra, a time comes when mantra becomes leader. Your mind is not leader. If your mind is leader, then it will throw away mantra aside and give another direction to you. Mantra becomes leader. Accept your mantra as a leader during that time. Mind follows mantra. Let my mind follow the mantra. A state comes when mantra leads you to perfect silence. Mind has to follow it there. When mind is in perfect silence, there comes calmness, joy, happiness. And if you persist, there is no word there, there is no sound there. You attain a state which is called soundless sound, and that is a part of Turiya. That is beginning of Turiya. That can lead you to Samadhi. This is one of the easiest way. So that's why Nanak Dev said, Sukhiya soijor naam adhara. Happy is he who remembers Lord's name all the time without any condition. Don't put conditions on the Lord. I am remembering my word, mantra all the time, but I am not getting many dollars. Well, dollars are there in the bank. Why do you not go to the bank? Why do you not earn? What you are doing, you are using something great for something very gross. That mistake you commit. Whenever there is nothing, something you cannot handle, immediately say, Lord, help me. It's good. But you are bound to be punished for your bad deed. And if during that time mantra says, sorry, you have done something, I cannot help you, you say, you are not my friend. You lose faith. That's not good. So mantra remembered to satisfy your egotistical whims is not very healthy. Never misuse your mantra. Never apply your mantra for anything that your friend. Keep your friend in reserve for that day where no one can help, where no friend of the world can help except that friend. Why are you giving that friend a simple worldly thing which you can do from hand, which you can do from feet, which you can do from other sources? Why are you doing this? So best part of yourself is that, tell me one thing, you human. Best part of your body you don't expose. Best part of your wealth you don't expose. You don't tell people how many $1 million you have, you quietly keep it in the bank. Best part of your life is your mantra. Why do you want to? You see, why do you want to create a mockery out of it? So you better understand. Once you do that, you are free. You will find that somebody is guiding. Many times it will happen, you want to go somewhere. I used to converse with my master. I said, what good is this mantra? Whole day I remember, nothing happens. Still I am hungry in the evening. You see. I still cry, I still feel pain, He used to laugh. He said, mantra has not become yet your guide. When you allow mantra to guide you, mantra will guide you all the time. Okay, I bless you that mantra will become your guide. I had a Fiat car when Fiat car was first manufactured in India. It's a small car, I was strongly urged, I was told not to drive today. Repeatedly. But a human being can trust others, but do you know what happens? A human being has not learned to trust himself. That's the chaos in his life. No one trusts himself. He will say, Swamiji, is it okay? Mom, it is okay? Husband, is it okay? Girlfriend, is it okay? Wife, it is... Ask others. He wants confirmation from outside. When you learn to trust yourself, you will find a great guide within. One is your effort, your mantra, another is your natural conscience. And when they both meet, they create a great power. You know what happened? I was very obstinate with my master. I said, let me see what happens. My conscience says and my Guru Chakra is telling me again and again, don't go the way I was trained and I practice. I said, don't go. You are not going. I am going to punish you if you go. I said, let me see what happens if I go. Why did I do this? Because I always had faith in my master. He will always protect me no matter what I do. And he said, there is a end for this, never do this. I used to swim, you see, in front of the ashram where there was no barrage. Float, and then go up to Haridwar, which is 12 miles away, every day. So one day somebody told my master, he's a great swimmer. He said, I want to train him a great yogi and he's becoming swimmer. So he called me. I heard that you swim. I said, yes, I love to. You love to do many things, but I want you to do this thing. All your little loves doesn't matter. But this love should be so strong that this love should not be distracted by your little loves. You know, you love to paint, you love to sing, you love to do this, you love to like people. Stop. Your main love is this. Don't swim too much. I said, Ganges is my mother. You see, she will never drown me. So I am telling you, you are not listening to me? I said, no. Okay, then you had it. At Haridwar, in front of Hariji Ki Fadi, those who have been there, where they have that Aarti in the evening, when I came to that spot, there I found a huge whirlpool, bigger than I could see. That I never experienced before. So I felt as though somebody is holding my neck and pushing me inside. And I touched the bottom, I am sure, with my hands. And again from there I was thrown out. You see, when I was thrown out, little breaths I took and again I was pushed inside, as though somebody is forcibly pushing me. Whirlpool, and I see all water whirling around me. Then I remembered my master. I said, promise never to disobey you. You see, please help. I am not yet realized. Third time when I was pulled in, then I started swimming down. When I touched my hand on the, you see, sand, and I came out. I don't swim since then. In swimming, I found another very strange things nature creates. Those who are swimmer will understand this. Mostly in river and lakes. Sometimes you are swimming and suddenly find the whole water has become very still and you cannot swim. You cannot swim. You are bound to be drowned. So when I saw that great swimmers are drowned, not that they did not have skill, they had a skill. But sometimes water becomes so still, you cannot drown. I was warned, I started studying, then I stopped this. When you do anything excess, you die in that situation because everything you are doing excess in that. Sports, any sports, a dancer, a singer, a writer. A writer who writes all the time, finally he will die while writing. A singer who sings all the time, finally die while singing. Swami Rama will die while in samadhi. We all have to die, we all have to live. So better make a point that I will drop this body only remembering Lord's name. But you don't remember Lord's name suddenly like that. If you have done it, if you have practiced it, if you are accustomed to do it, if you have made a part of your life, then you do it. You don't have to postpone your duties. Go on remembering it all the time. Make it a point, whatever you do, wherever you go, you will be remembering Lord. Even in your bathroom. There is no time for remembering Lord's name. For it's a representative, it's a way, simplest way known to all great traditions in the world is japa, but on highest level where japa goes on itself. That is called ajapa japa. Japa goes on without japa. You get up in the morning and japa is already going on. You see. It means japa has impact in the unconscious mind, which is rather difficult. Anywhere you are getting angry to somebody, japa is going on inside. You are laughing to yourself. You are angry, instructing the children, but actually you are not angry. This way, japa transforms your inner position, your life. It's something great. All tradition has something, some or other. Finally it is japa. Finally it is remembering. First it is muttering, then it is remembering, then that remembering leads you to consciousness, awareness, that awareness leads you to absolute silence, and then you are remembering japa without any remembrance. It has become a part of your life. Then you are in momentum. Have you seen a pot maker makes pot? When he has finished making the pot, wheel still rotates. When you have done your work, at the last moment of your life, that momentum should rotate where you are in great joy. So yesterday I told you, when a householder is a person, every human being tries to find out and know that in the world the joy is very little, then he tries to search, goes to the higher world, sun, moon and star. So no matter where you go in the external world, there is no transformation of life. Transformation is found within yourself. There is no such stain which cannot be cleaned with the help of mantra remembrance. There is not such sin which cannot, be eliminated from your life with mantra remembrance. There is no such fear which cannot be overcome by mantra remembrance, provided you persist. You continue. And subtly, That can lead you to samadhi. See? Persistent, you have to be persistent, regular. The formula is Satu Dirgha Kale Nairantarya Satkara Sevito Dridabhumi. How long will you remember the mantra? 2 days, 10 days, 20 days? You say, I am in vacation for 3 days, I don't want to remember my mantra. No. That's injuring yourself. If you do not meditate 1 day, you are 1 year backward. You are not inhaling, don't inhale 1 day. Can you do that? Don't eat your food 1 day, don't go to bathroom 1 day, don't think 1 day. When you are doing all this, when nature is functioning in you, why are you not remembering your mantra? You will see as long as you keep your mind busy with the mantra, the devil doesn't come near you. Saint Teresa beautifully said something. You don't, sometimes you study but don't go, dive deep into it. Somebody said to Saint Teresa, do you believe in evil or devil? She said, I don't have time. All the time I pray, I don't have time to think of devil or evil. It means evil and devil is a thought, not actuality, not reality. If you are remembering your mantra, you are free from many things. Being jealous, thinking of something bad, getting angry in your mind towards somebody, you see, being negative. Nothing will affect you if you are remembering your mantra. When you are attending something, attend with full attention, remembering the mantra. When you are silent, remember your mantra with all your love. When you do something again and again and again, do you know you create love for that something which you do repeatedly? Because of habit. You actually do not love anybody, but love your habit. Therefore, you persist. Nowhere there is peace, nowhere there is happiness. It's within, and that is created by yourself. Highest of all state, that is beyond speech. That cannot be explained, but is inexplicable. That great eternal joy you can attain in this lifetime when you gently train yourself the method of going inside to your innermost self. Easiest way. It's difficult to talk to somebody because he's outside you. It's easy to talk to somebody who is within you. Let you learn to understand a dialogue between you and the soul. Ask, O Lord of life, I am not content with my knowledge, with the world around me. So Lord of life from inside answers you. Then go to the subtler world within you. Withdraw your senses from the external world. Remember my name. Any name. Don't change the names again and again. Don't change your postures. Don't change your time. Have a fixed time. Remember it. Do it as a duty in the beginning. If your mind and heart does not accept, after some time you will form a habit, and that habit you will love. And that's what everyone is, nothing but a catalog of habit patterns. Do you remembering Lord's name? Any name you choose, constantly, in an orderly way, leads you to one point in mind that creates willpower for you. And then with that dynamic will, you can be successful in the world, and at the same time, you can be happy within. Happiness is creation of human mind, because human mind creates agony for itself. God has manifested the world. O man, learn to create happiness for yourself. It will happen when you learn to go beyond your senses, beyond your mind, and stay there in Turiya. So that is possible. God bless you. Peace, peace, peace. Now, here you remember, sometimes you should contemplate. Contemplation is entering into dialogue within yourself. You can lie to others, but you can never lie to yourself. Never. So when you enter into dialogue with yourself, you will know many things. Don't get defeated. But deep down within you, there are two diverse things. One enters into dialogue with mind. Tukaram, one of the sages, said, he says, Mana, he prays to mind first. Have you ever heard prayer to mind? Tulsidasa prayed to the devil first. Yes. Durjanam prasamam bandhe. He said, I bow to that who is creating this obstacle. Please, don't create obstacle for me. I bow to you. Means you are so humble, you can reach there with humility, not with arrogance, not with intelligence, not with intellect. I know nothing. I might know something as far as you are concerned, but I know nothing as far as God is concerned. I am a fool. But what to do? 99% people in the world are fools, and there is no Bible for fools. Therefore, Lord, protect me. You see, help me. So what Tukaram said, Mana sarvada bhakti panthe chijave. He entered into dialogue with his mind. Oh mind, why are you roaming around? Why are you torturing me? Be on the path of righteousness. O mind, allow my tongue to speak what is right, whatever I think. Sometimes I speak because I think something different, to speak something different. This creates just a different personality, split personality. Don't do that. When you enter into dialogue with your mind, that contemplation helps you a lot. Then there is another thing. Another very striking thing, prayer and repentance. This should be heard very properly and understood nicely. Before going to bed, you should pray to the Lord who is within you, whose experiences of all these states. O inner dweller, Lord of my life, and the Lord of this universe, help me. What help? Don't ask for anything. Give me strength. Always ask for strength. Because He alone has strength. No one has strength. Any strength that you have so far is from Him. Give me strength, Lord, so that I can go through this unorganized, huge, unmanageable procession of life. This way you will come in touch with that finer part of yourself. Means if you have determination, you will get the way. If you are selfless, if you are strong, if you are selfless and strong, and if you are doing something, it will happen. If I do something, nobody is going to help me. Nature helps. Help comes from unknown quarter. Unknown means Lord. Truth always helps, ultimately. Christ never said, I beg your pardon, don't crucify me. Did he say? No, he was crucified. But look at his strength. He was so convinced, he was so one with his conviction. Then there is no pain. When conviction has gone beyond pain and pleasure concept, there is no pain. For you and me, if we are crucified, in 5 minutes' time we will say, okay, leave us, sorry. He never said that. He didn't care. Death of body was nothing for him in front of the conviction he had. That conviction, prayer can lead that to. What is repentance? Prayer and repentance are two wings of the same bird that is trying to fly from this to the Brahman. Repentance, you keep quiet. Don't hear from others. You know you are doing something wrong, you know it. But when others say you are doing wrong, you feel bad. Why do you feel bad? Why are you not aware when you know that this is bad? That which is accepted bad by you and by others is bad. So what do you do in such a case? Repent. Repent means not to repeat. Decide that you are not going to repeat it. Many times you slip. But then again be strong. Learn to fight. Life is a battle. Kurukshetra. Veera Bhogya Basundara. Only courageous can enjoy the world, not the weak. So prayer and repentance every day. Lord, give me energy, strength, so that nothing dissipates me from my path. Help me, Lord. Don't condemn yourself, otherwise you are it's a total disaster. So prayer gives you strength. Repentance purifies. I will not do it. Okay? You are free. You know what is worse? To kill innocent. Is it not worse? Murder, to commit murder. But I can prove that you all are murderers and murderers. You are killing your conscience all the time. You are not looking at it. So greatest of all the sins which you consider sin, actually only one sin, that is, don't kill your conscience. Keep it alive. If you commit mistake, don't be flattened like a ball of clay. Try to be that ball which jumps again. Ball of plastic. Prayer is also essential. So prayer, contemplation and meditation. These three. But we see, human being has a law. And that law he cannot live without doing action. So, and when he does action, he continues doing it. He cannot come out. He makes a whirlpool. So there is only one way of freedom from the bondage of karma, which is first freedom that you need. Remember, count freedoms one by one. First freedom is freedom from the bondage of karma. by doing selfless action. Why? This unit family life has been meant. Wife should do karma for husband, husband should do karma for wife. They are doing karma themselves, but fruit should be given to each other. And they both should give fruits to the children. And this is experiment, and that is expanded, and everyone is free in the world. Without giving the fruits of your action, you can never be free. So learn to give the fruits of your action to your people with whom you live. That's only one way. There is another bondage. It's mind that creates. Let you engage your mind in the name of God, with japa, with prayer. Let you meditate. Make your mind one-pointed inward and at Turiya and be happy. God bless you.